personal stuff, some, I guess you could call it urgent personal stuff I needed to get as well. But you know, I got all the stuff that was on my list, which was good. It was a win to start the day. And I was using that as a win because a client had canceled a meeting earlier, and I was like, okay, that's my cue to go drive this route to the next client and get these items, you know. And it worked out pretty well. I was quite pleased, you know. And doing it that way, like there were some stops, some visits to some, I think it's two suppliers I needed to go to. And I'm just generalizing when I say suppliers, meaning it can be for personal or business use, but mostly the focus is normally business. But I would have made them in Spanish Town, yeah. And it would not have been convenient for me, to be honest, because closing times and such like. So let's not get into that. But I was able to like just tick all my boxes today. It worked out excellently. But at the end of the day, I was like, this felt like a waste of time. But I just got it done. It needed to be done. But I'm just showing you that it's not. Like I felt strange when persons were selling stuff and they were just sitting around. I was like, okay, you're not getting someone to sell you anything. What else can you do in the time that you're sitting around? Like me, that's just how I'm thinking. Like in the urgency that my mind processes things by, I was just like, I could never do this. In my mind, I was like, I just felt like I was wasting. I would be wasting time if I was a salesman somewhere, and I would be waiting on customers and not doing something while waiting on customers. I would feel like I'm just wasting time, to be honest. You know, even if it was something where I would be preparing quotations and all that stuff, I would feel like I'd be wasting time. I would have to be doing some research to understand, to gain more product knowledge or something. And then what went down really nice, this is to show you, even though I said it felt like a waste of time but there are things that need to be done. After I finished all the official shopping, I went to this store and I was like, all right, I needed to buy some jackets for business meetings and business events. And I had approached a fairly reputable company that does custom jackets. And the communication was poor, and I heard the price. I was like, well, they're customized jackets, so you know. But I went into a store that I normally go into, and I went for a particular thing that was like, in fact, not to go into too much information. I went for a particular thing and I was like, oh crap, they got jackets. And I went and I was like, oh, these are suits. And I was like, I could have just walked out, to be honest. And because they were just suits and a lot of them looked big. And then I spoke to one of the sales reps and she was very helpful. And I found some jackets. And it was very strange because I understand a little bit about jacket sizes depending on the region you're in. So like China has its own regional size, and the US and Europe, and I had understood how each region operates, and and even oftentimes I'm not going to memorize these things now, but I'd still have a table in my notes that I can refer to ensure that if it's in one of those other regional sizes, I can convert to ensure it fits me, right? But strange enough, this was American size from what I saw, and yet I was finding sizes that were like, from what it looked like it was 10 sizes smaller than what I would wear, and they fit beautifully. And I was like, I am really pleased with how this thing fits. I'm like, you know what? Based on even the price, I was like, this thing fits so good. I mean, I do have a great frame here, but this thing, some stinks around here. This thing fits so good. I'm going to buy jackets here, and I tried 3 colors, and I was so pleased. I'm like, I didn't buy them, by the way. I'm going to buy all 3 colors. Yeah, because as I said, not only was the price good, because this is a place. I mean, these are jackets. These are like, and they were made. They look good. I can tell you. Well, in my eyes, they look good. But the place I went to is a place that has always provided quality clothing at a good price. I'm not going to say any names. You guys, or maybe somewhere down the line I might say something. I don't know. Or maybe I might start doing business with these people. Who knows? But in fact, being the opportunist I am, and I think I've become more of an opportunist as in fact, this is approaching 40 minutes, so I'm going to pause it here, and you guys will watch another video about my opportunistic tendencies.